2 weeks ago, federal cabinet decided not to bail out the SPC Ardmona food processing plant in Victoria. Today, Toyota announced that, like Holden and Ford, it'll close down car manufacturing in Australia over the next few years. These shutdowns will cost tens of thousands of jobs in Victoria and South Australia, but should governments interfere? Our next question comes from Mitchell Comans.
Hi, thank you. My question's for the panel generally. Why are there so many people, and they're on both sides of politics, who refuse to let our competitive businesses die quickly? If we don't want to eat tin fruit or drive Holden Commodores, why are we fighting that? Personally, I enjoy not living in 1983, and I wonder why other people don't feel the same way.
Yolanda, let's hear from you.
What's interesting here tonight, and that is that Mitchell's original question got such a round of applause. And I'll bet about, 5-10 years ago, that would not have happened. I think there's been a sea change amongst voters on this issue, and that is simply because we have pumped so much money into the car industry that has not been profitable for years. At Toyota, for example, over the last year they received, I think, $72 million. That's $29,000 per employee. Holden received, I think, $96 million. That's $50,000 per employee. They're still not profitable. They can't make cars, let alone competing with China. Everyone talks about, oh gosh, we can't compete with China. We can't even compete with Europe when we make cars in Australia because of the manufacturing costs. Now, the fact that there's been a sea change on this, I think, is incredibly important. And it's, whatever government you've got, whether it's Liberal or Labor, it's incredibly important that we have a government that takes a line here, because for too long, both parties, both Liberal and Labor, have been pouring money into the car industry. This day was always going to come. It's a dreadful day, I agree, Mark. It's a shocking day for the employees. It's not like they'll get a job tomorrow, but this is part of transitioning a country away from something that we did 20 years ago. And union leaders talk about Australia being a country that has to manufacture things. Well, you have to finish the sentence. It has to be a country that manufactures things that people want to buy. I'm not buying tinned fruit. I don't buy tin fruit anymore, and I don't buy new cars.
Let's go back to this side of the panel. I'll hear from both of you, but just start with